Arkansas Children's Hospital is happy to offer you a behind-the-scenes look at what coronavirus vaccine development has looked like. Several of our team members participated in the Moderna clinical trials here in the Little Rock area, and their example of contributing to science is helping improve the health of thousands. We're going to talk to a couple of our team members to get an idea of what their experience was like in the clinical trials and how that helped us develop these vaccines quickly, safely, and effectively. Let's take a look.
My name is Elizabeth Sellers, and I am one of the clinical geneticists here at Arkansas Children's Hospital, and I'm here to talk about my participation in the Moderna vaccine trial.
I'm Chris Saunders, and I was a participant in the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine trial. I am a pharmacy clinical coordinator in the emergency department.
I decided to do this for professional reasons and personal reasons. Watching this transpire since last spring, it became very clear that we needed a quick and novel approach to get this under wraps, to either prevent it or treat it.
The need for knowledge, both globally and personally, I think are probably what drove me to do it. I think it's very important that we get as much participation and evidence as we can so that we can speed the process up for getting herd immunity. Once I met the initial screening process, then I went to the trial center in town and they swabbed me for COVID to make sure I didn't have COVID right then. Drew several tubes of blood and did just kind of a yearly annual doctor's visit. They injected the vaccine or placebo. It's a double blind, and so they don't tell you which ones you're getting injected with.
They observed me for 30 minutes, and then I had an online diary that I kept for any symptoms for 7 days after this. And then I've had weekly phone calls with the study site where they were checking on me as well. I then had another visit a month later, and just like the first visit, I was swabbed for COVID. I had a number of samples of blood taken, a physical exam, and got a second shot. I then had a third visit a month later. They wanted to just follow up on blood counts, physical exam, and see how I was doing.
After the first injection, I felt tired the next day, really tired. With the second shot, I just felt like I had a fever and had some muscle aches. So I went and took my temperature, did not actually have a fever. That lasted for 12 hours. It was very short lasting and it was pretty mild.
I had some redness at the site of the injection, but nothing else. After the second visit and receiving an injection, I did have some symptoms. I would classify them as mild, but it was about 24 hours later. I was fine the day of the injection. I had a little bit of redness again in the arm, and they had me record that and measure it. And then I had a little bit of low-grade fever and just felt a little fatigued and achy.
A lot of people have concerns about the vaccine with how fast it was approved. Normally, the processes for drug approval with the FDA are step one. You do step one, you don't move on to step two. You don't get planning, you don't get recruiting, you don't talk about protocols until step one has kind of been blessed by the FDA. We're still going through all the safety and they're not moving to the next step until this one's done. But by the time this one is done, they're ready to move immediately into the next step, and that's what's sped the process up.
I absolutely understand why one might have questions or doubts or hesitation. I think that COVID and our approach to vaccination and treatment, the messaging just worldwide and nationally has been confusing. If you do have hesitation, I would really want people to look at what has gone on in designing this vaccine. No step has been skipped. Many times it takes a long time for a vaccine or a treatment to be developed because it takes sometimes years to get steady participants. Again, with my rare diseases, it might take a decade for me to get enough patients with this. But in several months, hundreds and tens of thousands of volunteers stepped up to be in this vaccine trial.
Some other people are concerned about the mRNA component of it, and mRNA technology has been around for 10 years and is used in other disease states. Compared to previous vaccines, rather than like kind of injecting a dead or inactivated part of the bacteria or virus, and then your body recognizes, hey, that's not good, I need to fight that, and it learns a way to fight that. These mRNA vaccines are basically a recipe that say, here's the steps you need to take to build the antibodies to immediately fight it. Just because the vaccine is very, very effective from what the data we can see, it's still important for us to continue to protect the people who haven't gotten vaccines. Still washing my hands and still keeping socially distant, still wore a mask in public and still wore a mask here at work.
I think that it's invaluable for me to wear a mask all the time, to really be mindful of distancing, the hand washing and hand sanitation. None of those have gone by the wayside for me. I still avoid a lot of the normal things I used to do, like take trips, go out to eat, and go to the gym. I'm not doing any of that. It still will take time for our body to build immunity, that's very clear. And that's why they continue to follow me. That's why this isn't 2 visits and we're done. I'm still hoping to contribute to science so they have good data to advise people.